All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Big waves out there. Hope everybody's having a great day. Good to see you. Good to see you. I tell you, I'm so excited because this week I'm going to get to see so many of you in Fort Worth, Texas, and I cannot wait. I know, not everybody on here is a part of our company, and that's what I love is that we're reaching people from all walks of life, and it doesn't matter what they do. It's just a great source right here on the Coach's Corner to come listen in. And I'm telling you, I just want to let you know because without you coming here every day, there'd be no reason to do the Coach's Corner. Think about that. But because of you, I get so many emails and texts from people that go and rewatch the Coach's Corner that might not make it live, but they might go on our YouTube or they might go on my Facebook page, my business page. And, I just can't say enough about your involvement. So really excited that we're offering this for people, but also just grateful for you. So it's going to be a great week. And we are headed into Fort Worth, Texas, where we will get to see a lot of you there. And it's an exciting time for that. And so the word for today, I talked to Coach yesterday about this, and we actually talked on the phone, and she had a great piece. So we'll have to go back to her maybe a little bit later, another point in time to let her talk about this. But the word is acknowledge, acknowledge. And we've kind of touched on this other times, but I think it's really good to do it on a Monday, going into a new week. The word acknowledge and really the definition, there's a lot of things that you can look at when you look at acknowledge, but where I really want to focus our attention is express or display gratitude or appreciation of. Because if you think about it, I realized how important it is for every one of us to feel like we matter. How many of you would raise your hand and agree with that? Like, it's important to feel like as humans, like our soul core wants to matter in this world. I don't care. Somebody can say, no, it doesn't matter to me. I used to coach all the time. My players go, oh, I don't matter, coach. Yeah, it matters. You want to matter, okay? And we also want to be valued. We want to be valued for what we do, for what we say. And here, to me, is a little bit of maybe a preaching moment for me, but we spend oodles of time as individuals really worshiping people in the media, worshiping people maybe in movies, maybe in sitcoms, maybe in reality TV, on social media, like really spending more time, we know more about them, right? Idolizing them. But often we go about our daily life without acknowledging the people we see every day. And it's so easy to do, but yet Brett Palmer will let the week go by and he does not acknowledge people that's around his circle. And I really thought about that. I thought, think about this. I'm going to tell you a couple of ways to acknowledge, okay? And I want you to think about this. Think about you, okay? Like I thought about me. Number one, say thank you. Think about the time when you did something for somebody and he or she couldn't even say thanks. Now, let's be honest. Let's just have an honest moment. Raise your hand if you've ever done that. You've ever done something for somebody and there was like a little something in the back. It's like, just like a thanks would have been nice. Just a thanks. So thank you goes a long way for us. So if it does for us, what does it do for the world around us? Maybe it's somebody just making us a cup of coffee and saying thank you, not just assuming. Or maybe it's somebody that does the smallest thing, but the word thank you or thanks can mean so much in that person's day. Focus on the positive. The second thing, focus on the positive. You know, think about the people around us. It's easy to point out negatives. I bet Andrew Jackson, I bet Melissa can tell you all about the negatives that you, I'm kidding about this, but think about it. It's easy, Melissa, to point out the negatives when you're around a human being all day long. But what we can do, what if we focused on the positive? You know, we focused on the positive for the day. Think about that with the people you're around. Give gifts. Man, I tell you something. I had a person one time in my life at a former career that would just slide a note in our mailbox. The simplest thing. He didn't write much on it, but he put, "Great job Friday night. The team looked great. The kids are really representing. Hey, coach, you're doing a great job." Simplest of letters, simple note, but meant so much. I have them today. I kept them in my drawer. How many of you received a note, received a card, received a gift from somebody? Didn't have to be expensive, but it meant the world. Think about that. Speak your appreciation. It's okay. The next one, the fourth one, speak your appreciation. Tell people, hey, Andrew, I appreciate your service for this country. You know, hey, Bill, I appreciate your service for this. It's okay to speak appreciation to people. Hey, Anthony Moreland, I love you, man. Lauren is putting up there, "This day will never happen again." That's right. If we don't tell people how we appreciate them, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. So think about that. Number 5, here's another way. Make eye contact. Especially when you're dealing with two people. Raise your hand if you've ever been in a situation where you and someone else were sitting there with a person and the person's giving eye contact to the other person and never acknowledges you. Have you ever had that situation happen? It's not fun. It does not feel good. So we got to think about that when we're sitting and we're talking to people, and especially if it's two people, give both of those people eye contact, because just eye contact means a lot in acknowledgement for that human. Number 6, brag in public. How many of you went to an awards banquet and got acknowledged? Man, it's a great feeling. Or how about just on social media? Could we use social media for a positive to acknowledge people? Man, people appreciate public acknowledgement. And the last one is be present. Probably one of the biggest ones, and probably one of the biggest things that really stepped on my foot today as I looked at this, is be where your feet are. It's so easy in a world of technology to not be present. Me and Anthony's having a cup of coffee, but as he's talking to me, I'm on my cell phone. Or I'm on a Zoom and I'm listening in to people, but I can't take 10 minutes without being on my cell phone. Being present is so important. And it's so hard not to multitask. So hard. I'm the world's worst, okay, at multitasking. I want to do 7 things while one is going on. But if we really want to acknowledge people and we want to be an example, we will be where our feet is planted. And we will do the others when that moment of time is over. So really it boils down to the golden rule. To treat others as you want to be treated. That's really what it boils down to. And I got this quote. Actually, this quote was sent to me by Andrea Rosser the other day, and I kept it. And it was Simon Sinek. And he said, leaders don't look for recognition from others. Leaders look for others to recognize. Think about that. Leaders don't look for recognition from others. Leaders look for others to recognize. I think one of the things we could do as a community here is be a team of people that go out into the world and acknowledge and recognize people. So I've got a challenge for you today. How many, before I tell you what it is, how many are you up for the challenge? Raise your hand. Okay, it's something every one of us can do. Let's see if we do it. We'll make a difference today in the world if we do. Number one, we've got to acknowledge today 3 people. We've got to acknowledge one person today with social media. Just go out and maybe put a picture of them and just say how much you appreciate them. Maybe you don't put a picture. Whatever you want to do, but you got to acknowledge 3 people today. One, on some form of social media. Tag them in a post, okay? The second, it doesn't matter who the person is. They're in your circle, okay? The second way is pick up the phone and call somebody today. Maybe it's your dad. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's a relative. Maybe it's a brother or sister. Maybe it's a coworker. Maybe it's your spouse. Pick up the phone and call someone today and just acknowledge them. The simplest thing. The next thing, via text. Just shoot someone a text today. It does not have to be a book. It does not matter. Remember, the simplest little things of acknowledgement mean the most. We're going to each make 3 people's day today. Think about that. Now, you go, what's the power of networking? What if we all did that? Well, today, think about it. There's 36 people on here today, okay? Now, let's do some math as we end today because we're out of time. 36 people on here today, and we each acknowledge 3. We're going to affect 108 people are going to have a great day today because of acknowledgement. What if you did that over 7 days? This group, 36 people, 756 people are going to be affected in a positive way this week. What if we did it over the month? Over 3,000 people are affected with positivity and acknowledgement. 3,024 people to be exact in a month from a group of 36 people. That's what a few people doing a little, but everybody doing it creates a lot. Let's go acknowledge people today. That's your challenge. 3 people today. 1 on social media, 1 via phone call, 1 via text. And let's go make an impact in the world. Have a great Monday. It's going to be a great week. We'll see you back tomorrow. Love you guys. Grateful for you.